is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and yes, tonight is indeed Fight Night, and we have Sev Corvo on the left-hand side rocking out the Luffy, and we have Straw Hat with the same leader. Of course, this is a mirror match. Straw Hat starting us off with the Nami, grabbing the Robin, really good card in this matchup. Of course, being able to control your opponent's board is extremely important, but we're going to see Sev bringing out the mini Robin, which is going to be that Mass Deuce. Same ability, but essentially it's a 2k or lower, but we're going to see 5 swinging into lead here, and Sev is going to go ahead and just take the first life, and then we see the dominant play of the Robin coming down, and yeah, quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my sealed product, as well as pre-orders. I have a ton of pre-orders ready to go for OP04 because I am in love with that set already. Rebecca, Dressrosa, do I need to say more? But yeah, check out the link in the description down below. So we see Sev here doing some damage, dropping the Otama, adding 2 Dawn to the Deuce, and then swinging into life, popping the Robin, and we're going to see the counter out of life. Straw Hat at his current 4 life, of course, to Sev's 4, and Sev dropping the Nami to go ahead and grab the Robin. Hilarious that Straw Hat did that the previous turn, and he's just doing the same exact thing. Of course, Straw Hat here gaining his 2 Dawns, swinging 5 into the Deuce, and it does go down, needing to take care of it before it becomes a bigger threat than it already is. Tapping 3 for the Zoro. Is he going to swing into lead? Attaching 1, using the ability of Luffy here, attaching 2 and swinging life for 7. I'm assuming Sev might just take it here. Yeah, he doesn't want to drop 2 cards out of his hand just yet. And then dropping the Nami, searching top 5 for a Straw Hat. And let's see what he ends up grabbing. I mean, this deck runs so many Straw Hats, and we're going to see the Jet Pistol coming down. A card that I don't think is that amazing in this matchup, honestly. Like, yeah, maybe you take out a Robin, maybe you take out a Zoro that they don't want to swing, but for the most part, that's going to be it. Later in the game, maybe a Luffy that's just kind of sitting around. Of course, the character with Rush, Luffy is the one I'm talking about. And we're going to see 3 Dawn here. It looks like Sev's deciding he has got a ton of cards in hand. We see the unblockable Luffy in hand, as well as it looks like a couple of Vistas. But we're going to see tapping a 1 for the Makino here. Is he going to use the ability to make the Nami a 5k? And yes, she is. Now the question is he going to swing into the Zoro or into lead with 5k? I'm assuming he wants to start draining cards out of his hand. Luffy effect adding 1 and swinging 7 into Zoro, and it does go down. Of course, Zoro being a threat, just being able to, you know, pop things. We're going 6 into life, and Straw Hat just being able to take it here. Sev tapping 3 for a Robin, thinking the Vista was going to come down, but I was surely mistaken. The Robin will come down. A better card to control more characters longevity wise. You know, obviously Vista is really good being able to pop 1 card, but you know, Robin does that every single turn. So 2k swinging into the Makino, no reason at all to save that card. It's done its job. And we'll see a 2k swinging into 2k here. Is he going to want to counter out of it? No, saying, you know what, that's fine. I don't want to dump more cards. And we see the unblockable Luffy coming down. Effective Luffy here swinging 7 into lead. Is Sev going to take it? Now thinking here long and hard. He's going to have to pitch 2 in order to keep it alive, since he doesn't have any beams or anything like that. At least in hand is what it looks like. Plus there's no Dawn active, so there's really no other choice. But you see his hand a bit clunky there with 2 unblockable Luffys, and he's just going to go ahead and take it, going down to 2 life. Is that a Jet Pistol that we see here? No, it might be, but he decides not to use it, swinging 7k into lead, dropping a Vista and a Makino to get out of that. So now Sev here, of course, still with his 2 life. We have some good cards in hand, as well as some good cards on the board. The Robin still being able to do the damage. She can probably clear the board right now if you really wanted to. 4, and you see the pistol coming down, like I was saying earlier, just getting rid of that Luffy. Doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Attaching 1 here, swinging into the Nami, popping the other. I highly doubt Straw Hat's going to keep that alive. And now we have 4 open Dawn here, swinging 5 into lead. Interesting. What is he going to do here? Are we going to see Zoro coming down? And yes, we see a Zoro swinging 5k into lead, tapping 1 here for a Gordon. I completely despise this card. That card is way too good. I'm sorry. Being able to attack and then bottom deck it to minus 3k on something is so good. And yes, it doesn't have any counters, but we see the 9 cost Whitebeard coming down, using the effect here to pump the Luffy 2k and then attaching 1 here. And that's the benefit of Luffy versus Zoro. Being able to attach a suspended Dawn to any character or leader is pretty insane. And we're going to see 8k swinging into, I'd imagine, Zoro. Yeah, swinging into over the Zoro and then passing turn. Now, Straw Hat is at his 2 life. And now that Luffy's sitting at 7k, it's going to be a bit more difficult to get rid of. Let's see how Sev is planning to combat the Whitebeard. You know, Whitebeard doing a ton of damage against this. Are we going to see the Gordon minus plus Otama to somehow get rid of this Whitebeard, or are we just going to keep it on board? Or are we going to throw our own Whitebeard? You know, best way to combat a Whitebeard with another Whitebeard. But we're going to see the ability coming into play here, minus 3k. And then we're going to see a Gordon again, minus 3k. Now sitting at 4k. Pistol to make it 2k. And then we're going to see the Robin swinging here at lead, attaching 3 Dawn, making it 7k. 7k swing, popping. I'm assuming here the Whitebeard, because you now can, oh my goodness, we're going to see it's a 9k swing, 9k swing into lead, popping the Whitebeard and then taking a life, swinging again for 9k with the leader. Is Straw Hat going to get out of this now? He'd have to commit at least 2 cards here, and he does not, and he ends up trying to pistol the Robin, forgetting the fact that Robin is not a 6k or less character right now. She is a 9k. So Sev letting him take back that pistol back to hand here. And now is Straw Hat just kind of done here? Can he get out of this? Well, let's see if he can here. Straw Hat's down to 0 life now. Sev, of course, at his 2 with 0 bodies on the board. Sev doing such a good job being able to clear that Whitebeard. I'm still baffled about double Gordon plus Otama. Jesus. But we see the 2 costs currently coming down. Searching top 5 for a 1 cost, of course. Is it gonna whiff? Does it look like it's gonna whiff here? I'm not sure exactly. I think Sev here just telling Straw Hat that he does have to mention that it is top 5 cards, that you do have to mention that you are looking at exactly 5 if you do want to look at 5. Just going over the ruling a bit. But Straw Hat grabbing that Nami, of course, Nami coming down, looking top 5 for a Straw Hat, of course, and grabbing the unblockable Luffy, probably just there to pick off some bodies. Yeah, I mean, he's now sitting at 7 open. The Robin needs to go down. Like, absolutely no way it needs to go down. It looks like he's gonna tap 4 to pistol the Robin. I see. It looks like he's gonna swing face here, tapping 1 for the Gordon effect to add 1 here to Luffy, making him a 6k, swinging into lead, and it does go down. Looks like Sev wants to, not sure if that was a pistol or not, if that was just a bluff. But Sev taking that with no trigger effects happening, with 2 Dawn open. Now, does Sev just win here? I mean, I'm assuming we just see either a Zoro play, or we just see all 10 going into Luffy, making him a 15k swing. Now Sev still has 1 life left. Now, mind you, Straw Hat has a ton of bodies on board, so he can definitely swing for a couple 5k swings, and it looks like Sev is swinging 5k into lead, testing out the waters, dropping the Otama there. Not sure exactly what he has. And Sev here tapping 5 for a unblockable Luffy effect here, making it 7k, attaching another 5. That's going to be a 12k swing is what it looks like. It looks like he's debating whether he wants to commit all the rest of the 5 onto the Luffy to make him, of course, that 12k like I was saying. And it looks like he is attaching all of them, 6 Dawn onto that, making it a 12k swing. Does Straw Hat have enough in hand? And we see the Red Hawk in the Makino and a double Makino to get out of it. Unfortunately, Straw Hat completely missing the Red Hawk ability to pop an Otama. I mean, I say, hey, why not? Why not pop it out, right? But Now we have Straw Hat at an interesting position now. He is so close to winning this game. It looks like Sev has maybe like 1 or 2. I don't even know how many cards Sev has in his hand. But we're going to see a 5k swing. Sev only having 3 cards in hand. Was that a good decision to make it a 5k? And looks like he's going wide here, swinging multiple 5s. And we see the Makino coming down. Oh man, this is so heartbreaking. Now Straw Hat is literally... I mean, yeah, it's rough. This is pretty rough now. Do we see any rushers in hand? No, we're going to see 6k into lead. Very interesting that he goes 6k and then we see a trigger hitting pistol on the Gordon. And there's now absolutely really no way here. And yeah, Sev takes it. So thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have some new OP02 content coming out soon. See ya.